Well, the countdown is on for the Miami Dolphins home opener this Sunday as they host the Denver Broncos.
After a strong start, the Dolphins are looking like the Miami team from the glory years. We like that. Former Dolphins quarterback and Hall of Famer Dan Marino spoke to our Steve Goldstein about this year's team and more.
All right, Dan, give us the rundown. This is a huge one-day contract for you coming out of retirement with Pepsi. Tell us what's going on.
Well, first of all, we had the commercial that that's out there, to unretire with Jerry Rice and Emmitt Smith and Randy Moss, great guys. We had such a good time doing the commercial, and we've got a lot of great reaction from it. And now we're coming back home. We're going to be playing Denver, and Pepsi wants to bring me out of retirement for a one-day contract to be at the Wynwood walkthrough. Which is going to be a place you can get Pepsi snacks and drinks and all that. And I'm going to be there at 11 o'clock for the first 50 fans, get autographs, take some pictures, whatever it may be, and enjoy the day with all the Pepsi products. And it should be fun because I'm excited about the game, excited about the fans just getting out there and feeling that Hard Rock, that atmosphere again. It'll be really special.
And Pepsi says you're QB1 because you're always QB1. There is no other option. Are you having fun with all this, Danny?
Sure. Yeah. It is fun. And I've been doing work for Pepsi for years. I mean, going back to, off and on for years, going back to Joe Montana and me were commercial mates after the Super Bowl. And since then, I've done a bunch of work with them. Always have enjoyed them as a company, and once again we're going to do it this Sunday, 11 o'clock at the stadium. I think it's section 142. Be there. We have our new Wynwood walkthrough, so it'll be exciting to see and have some fun.
It should be very fun. It's a new concession stand at Hard Rock Stadium, so that should be great. Let me ask you about a little bit of football. The Miami Dolphins this year, Dan, when you look back all the years, you're very involved. This is the best Dolphins team since. Could you fill in the blank? What's your opinion on it?
That's a hard question. I know that I would say that it's an exciting team for everyone. I mean, excited. I think you have to be excited as a fan, as a player, for sure. And just seeing that you go on the road and win 2 games and get to come home and play at home. And it's important. Like every game I say it's so important, and you can't look past anything. And Denver, although they're 0-2, but they were close in both of their games winning. So it's going to be tough, but I'm excited about seeing the fans and seeing, the excitement and playing at home. I'm trying to think back when a team I could think was, it's been a while as far as the excitement and the enthusiasm for our team. So it'll be great, Steve. It'll be fun to watch.
What do you think in these first 2 weeks as you're watching this offense? You're obviously a guy that knows a thing or two about great offenses in South Florida. The way Tua is running this thing and just the efficiency with which it seems to be running right now.
Well, I mean, when you talk about offense, you want to be efficient, which is every team's trying to do that. And Dolphins are no different. And I think really they've been, as a group, really good at all that, being efficient, plays in and out, getting, the ball out. That's the one thing Tua is. He's very accurate and he can get the ball out. His timing is impeccable. And what he's been doing has been special. And most importantly, we're winning. And that's what it's all at the end of the day. That's really what it's all about. And he has been a big factor in that, and hopefully that continues. And I'm excited for him, excited for the Dolphins, for our fans, for everybody.
When you think back over the last few years since he's been here, Dan, the interactions you've had with him, and the way he's playing now, not just producing, but it seems like he's a real confident guy and a leader right now. Do you sense that?
So I would say this, that I think what he's been through with injuries and the things that he's had to deal with the last few years, that he's probably having, I would think, he's having more fun now than he has, since he's been here, because of the opportunities and how he's worked in the off season, the players around him, all those things are positives, all positives, which you love to see. And I think he understands that, and he's excited about his opportunities. And I am too, and everybody should be.
All right, if Dan Marino had Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and these rules, Dan Marino would throw for how many yards and how many touchdowns?
So I get this question all the time, right? So everybody's saying 6,000, which I don't mind. That's fine. I can agree with that. But if you can put Tyreek, Jalen, Duper, and Clayton, and all four of them together at one time in their prime, then I'll definitely throw for 6,000 yards.
Hey, let me ask you about
I would
one
have
more.
a conflict with the football. There would be a conflict. Who gets what? How many receptions?
There'd be more yelling in your huddle than there actually was back in the 80s, right?
Sure, no doubt, no doubt. That's funny.
Let me ask you about one more of your former teammates, O.J. McDuffie, honorary captain for this game on Sunday. What did Juice mean to you as a quarterback? What type of player was he?
Well, I mean, the words come out of my mouth is tough, loyal, great player, great teammate. I mean, all the things that you could think of. Work hard, competitor. I mean, all those things. Tough. I mean, he's, I mentioned years ago that, he's one of the toughest players I ever played with. The things he went through, how he lined up every week, took pride in everything he was doing. So I love OJ, man. OJ's could play on my team anytime, all the time.
All right, Danny, it's the Wynwood walkthrough presented by Pepsi Sunday. We're looking forward to it, and have a great experience out there. We appreciate it.
All right, Steve. Good to see you, man. Maybe I'll see you at Starbucks one of these days.
If you're buying, I'll be there, Danny. You know that, baby.
Oh, that's easy. I got it. I got that.
All right. I'll see you, man. Thanks.
Peace, man. Thanks.
Okay.